So as promised, I'm out here today to explain to you the reason behind this fucking annoying little red flashing light on my dash. It's all about the exhaust. So what I did was, me being me and having to be different and go against the grain, I thought I don't want to just buy a fucking Yoshi slip-on and just have the same exhaust that everyone else has got. So I'm gonna go and get one custom made. So I went to an exhaust shop, showed them what I sort of wanted, and you know, let me just say that it's not their fault. They did exactly what I asked them to do. But once all was said and done, it just sounded like fucking rubbish. It was absolutely fucking shit. Far too loud and just droned like crazy. So anyway, I spoke to those guys about what I could do, and we started toying around with making some baffles, and you know, just fiddling around with different baffle settings and trying to get it right. And at the end of the day, once, you know, played around with all the baffles and all that, and I just couldn't get it to sound right. So I went back to the standard exhaust, put the standard exhaust back on while fucking around with it and pulling it off. Somewhere along that line, the servo motor that controls the butterfly valve in the exhaust fucked out. So now that butterfly valve is jammed open. The plus side to that is, as you may be able to hear, it sounds better and it goes better than it did before. The downside is that servo motor is now sending a fault code to the ECU, which is bringing up the FI light and it's annoying fucking all shit out of me. Now many of you may not know this, but I used to be a mechanic, so I actually have the skills required to fix this for myself. Now the right way of fixing this is to go and get a thing called a servo buddy, and it basically, you just take that servo motor out. It plugs straight into the connectors that plug into the servo motor, and it's full of a series of resistors that blocks the signal and tricks the ECU into thinking all is fine and well, when really the device is not there at all. That's the right way of fixing it. But if you're like me and you're broke as a joke and you don't have the fucking $100 odd to buy one of those servo motors, then you need to know how to fix it yourself. Like I said, I know how to fix it, and I thought, you know, there's a lot of different makes and models, not just Kawasaki's, but all kinds of different bikes use these fucking stupid servo motors in the exhaust. What they do is they actually close up at low RPM to give the bike more back pressure and make it a little bit nicer to ride at low RPM, but they restrict power something fierce. So as soon as you go to an aftermarket exhaust system or anything like that, or if the system breaks, which they do all the time, whether it be due to tampering like mine is, or just out of failed parts, those systems do break all the time. They're just not very well designed. So at some stage you're probably going to find yourself with the same problem if you've got one of these. So I thought I would pass some of my skills that I learnt while doing my trade on to you guys, so that if this ever happens to you, you can fix it. Okay, so here we go. Here's the engine light, and up in here, right there, is the device we're talking about. It runs cables up into here. Okay, so the system is in there. What you really need is a good brand of electrical tape. You don't want to use cheap shit, because what we've got to do is we've got to isolate the fault signal from the unit to the cluster. Okay, so we'll just peel. You only need a little tiny bit like that. Okay, now like I said, the unit's up in here. To get to it, you got to pull seat off and all this plastic here. That's all got to come off, and it's a real fuck around. Or you can isolate it from the front half of the system up here. So what we got to do to fix this, follow along, this is very technical. Alright, so you take your bit of tape here, alright, and you come up here and you isolate the signal. There, fixed. What did you really expect? This isn't the fucking learning channel. Fixing shit's for suckers. Thanks for watching. Bye. Looks like he's been fucking hooks on the bike for years on a roller coaster. Holy shit! I don't know exactly getting the knee down, roused by that corner. He kept some nice flow all the way down that hill.